Elite Facts presents
5 psychological hacks that will help you see through people.
5.
Figure out their basic behavior and mannerisms. If you're the type of person who is cautious before jumping into any sort of relationship, it's definitely a good idea to take note of a person's mannerisms first, as that'll tell you what that person is like in public around people. There's a whole range of physical behaviors that people engage in. People behave in different ways for various reasons. Defining someone's basic model of behavior will help you better understand that person's personality and at the same time understand their actions. Are they doing something out of habit, or is something you observe an indication of deceit, anger, or immaturity? For example, the behaviors we're about to mention could mean the following. Keep in mind that these are the most likely scenarios. For all you know, they could just be trying to get comfortable, or they're just bored out in public. However, more often than not, these mannerisms do reflect off of the person's personality. First, we have lip biting or cuticle picking. When people bite or lick their lips or pick their cuticles, it's possible that they're trying to soothe themselves under pressure or in an awkward situation. Crossed arms and legs. This may suggest defensiveness, anger, or even self-protection. When people cross their legs, they tend to point the toes of the top leg towards the person they are more at ease with. Leaning and distance. Observe where people lean. Generally, we lean toward those we like and away from those we don't. Hiding one's hands. When people place their hands in their laps, pockets, or put them behind their back, it suggests that they are hiding something. 4. Compare said behavior. Following up from what was previously said, if you notice that someone is acting somewhat strangely, it might help if you pay closer attention to them. How does this person interact with others in the room? Does their facial expression change often? How about their body language? Here's one for you to keep an eye out for. Pay attention to the person's eyes. If they're dilated, then odds are that person most likely likes you. If they're looking sideways and their smile is only touching their mouth, then be careful, you're being lied to. That's the best way to tell if someone is truly a good person inside or if they're really just a snake in the grass.
3.
Interpret facial expression. Probably the easiest way to gauge how a person is doing emotionally at that moment in time. Emotions can become etched in our faces. What we mean by this is our faces over time eventually wrinkle up depending on our most common emotions. For example, deep frown lines suggest that the individual is prone to worrying or overthinking. Crow's feet wrinkles are linked to joy and happiness, as people who smile a lot tend to have more prominent crow's feet than others. And there's also pursed lips, signaling anger, contempt, or bitterness. Sure, you can tell how a person is feeling in the moment because of their facial expressions, but wrinkles and lines tell you a lot about their overall personality.
2.
Watching the way a person walks tells you a lot about their self-esteem. Now, this is a bit of a strange one, but just by watching how someone walks can tell you how confident a person is. Often, people lack a fluidity to their movements. For example, if a person was to look down towards their feet instead of looking straight forward in front of them when walking, this is a sign that the certain individual lacks self-confidence. If you notice this in a member of your team, offer this individual greater praise to strengthen their trust in you. Or pose direct questions to them in order to drag out of them what they're too scared to say.
1.
Sense emotional energy. Now this one is a bit different, as you're not strictly looking for a person's visible and physical mannerisms, although there are a few physical mannerisms that do lie in this part of the list. Emotions are a stunning expression of our energy that can really give others a deep insight to the vibe we give off. We register these with intuition. Some people feel good to be around. They improve your mood and vitality. Others are draining. You instinctively want to get away. This subtle energy can be felt inches or feet from the body, though it's invisible. In Chinese medicine, it's called qi, a vitality that's essential to health. Here are things to keep an eye out for when it comes to reading emotional energy. Yes, we're doing a list within a list. Sense the person's presence. Now this one boils down to how you perceive the person. What we mean by this is, how do you feel whenever you're around this person? Is it a positive atmosphere or a negative one? As you read people, notice, do they have a friendly presence that attracts you? Do you feel safe around them, and do they feel safe around you? Or do you feel uncomfortable around them? Or even just annoyed at their general presence because they bring a negative energy with them? Keep an eye on that person's eye movement. This one's an obvious one. The thing about our eyes is that they transmit powerful energies. Just as the brain has an electromagnetic signal extending beyond the body, studies indicate that the eyes can also project this too. Take time to observe people's eyes. Are they caring, sexy, tranquil, mean, angry? Also determine, is there someone at home in their eyes, indicating a capacity for intimacy, or do they seem to be guarded or hiding? Listen to people's tone of voice. Believe it or not, you can tell a lot by the way a person talks and laughs. The tone and volume of our voice can tell much about our emotions. Sound frequencies create vibrations. When reading people, notice how their tone of voice affects you. Like when a person is talking to you, does it seem like they're calm and relaxed, or can you sense a slight strain in their voice that almost echoes hostility? For all you know, this might not be an accident and may reflect their personality more than anything. Just listen carefully to their tone and certain words they use around you, and odds are you'll know how they feel about you, and you can get a much better idea of what their personality is like. Also, listen during group conversations, as their tone may be different around other people. And that's our list. Hopefully this list has been helpful when it comes to seeing through people's personalities. Any other tips we've missed that you can think of? Let us know in the comments section below. Please remember to subscribe and tap the bell button to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.